Which running backs are set to boom, who's going to bust, and who might break out next season? Let's start with the running back who could boom. There's a guy who just came off a really big season, but still has room to grow.
I agree. He was a great prospect coming out of college. He's a great talent. His situation, there's nobody there that he has to worry about for competition. He's a true workhorse back. He's a guy that can hit a home run on any play. Has great, yards after contact, is great around the goal line, has tremendous touchdown upside. I don't think people are going to be as high on him as they should be, but I absolutely do think he's going to boom in 2023, and I really do think he could finish as a top 5 running back, maybe even higher in 2023.
It wouldn't surprise me when all is said and done that we see him go as a first-round pick in fantasy drafts. 9 touchdowns in 2022 because he was number 3 in red zone touches despite not even being the starter for the first couple of weeks of the season. And you talked about that home run ability, number 3 among running backs in breakaway runs. So who are we talking about? Well, that would be the bell cow for the Seattle Seahawks, Kenneth Walker. And you knew that he was one of the top backs coming into last year's rookie group. He just needed the opportunity. He got it early. He made the most of it. Kenneth Walker is the answer there. And there's definitely a chance that he is one of the elite fantasy running backs next season. On the downside, some of these big name running backs are going to bust. It's a running back who has been successful, but maybe his best days are a little bit behind him.
Yeah, I think we saw that this year. Definitely not nearly as efficient as he had been throughout his career. Came into the season kind of as a red flag for me as far as age and touches. Got the volume to keep himself afloat, but now he's even older and has even more touches. So you got to think that efficiency could drop even more going into next year. But what I'm really worried about is because right now you look at his situation, you think it's a great situation. It's a great offense. But the team he plays for will save, I think it's close to $8 million in cap space this year if they choose to release him before June 1st. I think we see this running back become a cut candidate, and then he's in a whole new situation, a year older, not as efficient. A lot of red flags for this running back going into next year, no doubt about it.
Yeah, talk about inefficiency, 3.9 yards per carry, not what you want to see. But also, that extended into the playoffs, 8 carries for 19 yards. And you know what? It wasn't him getting in the end zone near the goal line. It was his backup. Not a good sign. Not saying he's necessarily ready to be replaced. But Joe Mixon is not what he used to be. So definitely reason to be worried about Joe Mixon as an elite fantasy running back. And then when you're looking for that elusive breakout, you don't have to go digging for an obscure name. It could be one of these post-hype sleepers, maybe somebody that you had all these expectations for, and there is definitely somebody that I know we have in mind.
There's just certain players out there that the fantasy community just loves to draft no matter what. I think he's finally going to become the running back everybody has wanted him to become because he should, A, finally be fully healthy, fully recovered from a really catastrophic injury that he had, but also he's got nobody else there. It's a run-heavy offense. It's going to be a run-heavy offense, and he is the guy, and he's good. Down the stretch, he started to look good. He started to show signs of getting back to health. I think we see the best version of this running back we've seen ever going into next season. It is time to finally get behind the hype on this running back.
And that would be quite something. I mean, definitely be breakout material because despite not really playing that much in his first couple of seasons, he averaged 5.7 yards per carry and averages 5.9 for his brief career in the NFL. That tells you he's got that explosive ability. But let's face the fact that J.K. Dobbins may finally be having that season that everyone's been hoping for. Last year wasn't the year, but maybe, just maybe next year, he will be the one to help you win your league. You want to hear about some more running backs who are maybe going under the radar and could help you win next season? Check out our Hidden Heroes at RB.